Surah Tawheed has always fazed me. It's the number one surah for us to recite and contemplate over when it comes to the oneness of God. The first verses say, He is Allah, the One, Allah the Eternal Refuge, the One upon whom all rely. It's all very ethereal, very conceptual, but then Allah in the third verse says, He neither begets nor is He born. Whoa, things just became very physical here. To beget alludes to the action of giving birth or physically creating children. Your parents begot you. They essentially created you from a sperm cell and an egg cell. That's how you were made, and God is saying He doesn't do that action, nor is He created through that action. At first glance, this profound verse is rejecting the idea that other religions profess. The religion of Christianity, for instance, proclaims that Jesus is the literal Son of God. The Bible, John 3:16 says, For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have eternal life. This is something which Islam categorically rejects. God is beyond the physical and limited plane of existence that we lower creatures dwell in. And so, first and foremostly, as Muslims, we must recognize that nobody is the literal Son of God. If God begot a child, that would mean that God Himself is physical. He has a body. And if He had a body, that would need to have been created or begotten itself. So who created that God? His Father? But then that Father must also need to have been created. So who created Him? His Father, and His Father, and His Father. It goes on and on. You see, it makes no sense. It's illogical. God does not beget, nor is He begotten. Allah neither begets, nor is He born. He is the eternal, the one that always was, is, and ever will be. He is not created. He is rather the original source, the creator. But the more you contemplate over the verses of the Quran, the more you will find, as every verse of the Holy Quran has at least 70 layers of hidden deeper meaning. Allah created us, but not through begetting us. What does this mean? Imagine for a moment a pregnant woman. She and the child are one. You'd never look at a pregnant woman and say, hey, look, there's a woman and her baby in her womb. No, you'd say she's a pregnant woman, one thing. When she begets, in other words, when she gives birth, she and her child become two separate entities. They are now separated through the action of giving birth or begetting. But Allah doesn't create us in this way. He neither begets nor is begotten. In other words, Allah is saying that when He creates us, He doesn't separate us from Him. That's right. When Allah created us, He never created us as separate from Him. And the Holy Quran says, we swear that we have created the human being, and we know what his soul whispers to him. We are closer to him than even his jugular vein. Now, I know that might be a bit too much to take in. If you understood what we just said, you may be experiencing a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Or perhaps you might even be shivering from the recognition of Allah's closeness. This is the power of Surah Tawheed. In the next episode, we're going to be diving even deeper as we explore the fourth and final verse of Surah Tawheed. But it's up to you if you want to join the discussion. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.